Hi everyone, my name is Shalom Habu. You're welcome to Click Sports, and without any further ado, let us jump into our stories for the week.
You are watching Click Sports. Click to explore the games.
In the EPL, we saw Arsenal get back to winning ways against Aston Villa with a 4-2 comeback to win the game. Wow, what can we say about this performance from Arsenal? Well, they had to come back twice, draw the game to 2-2, and then they won the game in the 90th minute thanks to goals from Jorginho, which also was an own goal by Emiliano Martinez, but let's give the credit to Jorginho. It was a beautiful shot. And then Gabriel Martinelli came on as a substitute to round up the game for Arsenal. Wow, what can we say? Well, Arsenal, good to see that Arsenal are back winning ways, and they are maintaining they are still on top of the table as we speak. Thankfully, City were able to drop points, so things are back in Arsenal's favor. Let us see if they can maintain this and then ensure that they get back to winning ways in their subsequent matches. In the other game, we saw Chelsea sadly lose to Southampton again. What can we say about Chelsea? Well, still no wins yet. With all the signings in the world that they made in January, still no wins for them. Well, what can we say? As of now, as we speak, by the time this video has been uploaded, most of you already know that Graham Potter has been sacked. So where next for Chelsea? Well, they need a good coach. They need a coach that the players can respect. They need a coach that at least we hit the ground running as soon as possible, because there's no time to wait. You understand? There's no point sacking Graham Potter if you're not being if patience is not important anymore in football. There's no point sacking him and then bringing a new coach, and then maybe he cannot hit the ground running, and then everyone starts complaining. The new coach who comes in needs to hit the ground running, but also the club needs to have a bit of patience, because things take time to build. But get a good coach, get a big name coach. I hear names like Luis Enrique and Mauricio Pochettino. If I was the one, I'll go for Luis Enrique, because I think that he has a pedigree and he has the ability to command the respect, and he has the charisma to command the respect of the dressing room and to get the players firing as soon as possible. In other games, in the fight for top four, we saw Liverpool beat Newcastle by 2-0 away from home. Well, what can we say about these two teams? Well, these two teams are in contention for the top four, and we saw Newcastle, backslide a bit. We saw Liverpool gain a bit of ground in the fight for top four. Good for them, good performance from Liverpool. Newcastle have been struggling of late, but well, it's Newcastle. I think it's just it's a dip. Let's just call it a dip. In due time, I think they'll get back to winning ways, and who knows? They are my pick for the top four. I'm not putting any bets on Liverpool making it into the top four. Yes, they are beating Newcastle. Yes, it looks like they're getting back to a few run of games where they're winning, but I'm not too sure about Liverpool. I'm not too sure. My hope is on Newcastle. So Newcastle, Eddie Howe, get your boys back to winning ways, and let's see how it goes for you guys in the rest by the end of the season. In the other game, we saw City draw 1-1 with Nottingham Forest. Wow, Pep Guardiola and his boys cannot just seem to get it right this season. What can we say about this game? Well, after beating Arsenal 3-1, you understand, winning the game in an ugly fashion against Arsenal, and then you now go to the next game where you are expected to at least win the game to give yourself more momentum, to build more momentum, and to give yourself a bit of gap between yourself and Arsenal. But instead, they ended up, even considering the fact that Arsenal had won earlier, should have given them more motivation to win this game. But how managed did Man City end up drawing this game? I don't know. Well, too bad for them. They lose ground on the title charge. They're in the top four anyway, but they're losing ground. If they keep making mistakes like this, well, United is closing the gap on them. Arsenal also has a game in hand. City might not be able to make the treble to win their third Premier League title in a row. In the other game, we saw Manchester United defeat Leicester City by 3-0 and close the gap to table toppers Arsenal by 5 points and close the gap to Man City by 2 points. Wow, what can we say about Manchester United? Manchester United are slowly putting themselves in the reckoning for the title this season. Marco Rashford doesn't seem to stop scoring. He keeps on scoring as the games go, and United are playing well. Even without Casemiro on the pitch, they were able to grab themselves a comfortable win against an attacking Leicester side. Great game for Manchester United. Great result for Erik ten Hag and his boys. They keep on going. There's still rumors going circling around the club about a new takeover bid. I can tell you, man, if the owners I'm seeing that are circling around Manchester United, if any of them can just grab hold of Manchester United will be the scariest club in the world. And I'm telling you guys, they will be hard to stop if they end up getting sold. Manchester United will be a difficult team to deal with. So Arsenal and Manchester City, this is your chance right now. Make sure you don't let them win the title this season. How bad can it be for you guys if United win the title this season and then they're sold to the Arabs and then the Arab money starts coming in and then you cannot even catch them again in the league? So Arsenal and Manchester City, this is your chance. Make sure you make the most out of it this season. In the final game in the quest for top 4, we saw Spurs defeat West Ham by 2-0. Heung-min Son scoring again. Good for him, you understand. Good for Spurs, you understand. In the race for top 4, they're able to beat West Ham. Good for West Ham. As for West Ham, well, sad game for West Ham, and they're still in the relegation zone. Well, West Ham need to find. David Moyes needs to get his act together and get this team playing the way they know how to play. You understand? And well, that's it for the EPL. In La Liga, we saw Barcelona defeat Cadiz by 2-0, and Lewandowski yet again was on the score sheet. And Barcelona maintained an 8-point lead in the La Liga table over their close rivals Real Madrid. Real Madrid were able to grab a 2-0 win against Osasuna. Great for Madrid. Good to see that at least, they're not giving up on the title. They're still pushing, you understand. There's still a lot of gap to close, but it's a good win. It's a good 3 points for them. More confidence to the team, you understand. I just hope that they can get some momentum going and they can close the gap. In the other game, we saw Atletico Madrid defeat Atletico Bilbao by 1-0. And that is it for La Liga results. In Serie A, we saw the duo of Kvaratskhelia and Victor Osimhen grab the goals to give Napoli a 2-0 win over Sassuolo. Well, Napoli, as it is right now, they are almost, I think they're over 12 points lead in Serie A, at the top of the Serie A table. And wow, great for them, you understand. Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen just keep on shining every game. Just keep on delivering the goods. Zambo Anguissa keeps holding the midfield tight together, and the defensive duo of Kim and Juan Jesus they don't look like they're going to be moved over anytime soon, man. So I mean, good for Napoli, good for them. In the other game, we saw title chasers Inter Milan defeat Udinese by 3-1. Great win for Inter Milan, great win for the manager, great win for the boys. I mean, good for them. At least they're keeping the chase on Napoli. I mean, let's see how it goes for them, but pretty much I don't think there's any hope for them in terms of winning the title this season. You understand? They've given themselves too much gap to close back against such a dominant and unstoppable team. But well, let's see. You can never tell. You understand? Napoli haven't won the league since the 80s, since the late 80s. You understand? Early 90s, they haven't won the league. So you understand? There's still the chance that, considering the fact that you haven't won the title in such a very long time, there's always a chance that you might fall off. You understand? Even after building such a huge gap like this, there's always that chance. But the way I've seen Napoli play this season, the way I see them going this season, I doubt. They almost won it last season, but you understand, with the absence of Victor Osimhen and now with Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen playing, you understand, always playing, no injuries, I doubt Inter Milan can catch them. You understand? Same thing for AC Milan. So AC Milan were able to grab a 1-0 victory over Monza, but still the same thing goes for AC Milan. I still think that AC Milan have given too much gap to close, but still a good team. Great game, great win. Olivier Giroud was on the score sheet. So good for AC Milan, good for AC Milan. As for Juventus, who were docked 15 points, they were able to grab a 2-0 win and to help, you understand, climb themselves back up on the table. You understand? I have to say that I actually thought that they would be harsh, that they would be much more affected by the point deduction and the fine, but it seems that they're not too far off from Europe and they can still get into Europe. Maybe if not the Europa League, maybe the Conference League. Who knows? Maybe even the top 4. You never know. We're still in February, so let's see how the season goes for them. And that is it for football, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys next week.